Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition on the fly edition of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can find me on Twitter at CSUGradAKirk and the blog, as always, BigTimeRealityTV.blogspot.com. Just to do a little bit of housekeeping, I am planning a show for Friday. I'm not going to announce the time yet because I want to make sure it's official with my guest. It will be. Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition on the fly edition of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. Sometimes I do that, but I'm going to be doing episode 30 of Big Time Reality TV on Friday with special guest Jasmine Pendleton. But this podcast is all about Big Brother 17. We're down to our final three. Steve Moses, a guy who I've been a big fan of all season. On the second episode, he was compared as a Ian Terry, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, Ian Terry won the game, so I mean, he has a good chance. So we got Steve. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to show what he looks like. This young man right here. Shoot. Blair. You guys can't see it, never mind. But Steve Moses is 22 from somewhere in New York, I think. Ivy League kid. One. I'm going to go to the Wikipedia page real quick. He's won. The great thing about these final three is all three of them have won their good share of competition. So I mean, there's no Victoria this season. Spencer won HOH and a veto in 15, but there's no GOAT this season. All three of them have good chances of winning. So let me pull up. I'm just gonna run down each competition wins, each of their competition wins. In order. So yeah, Liz, Steve, and Vanessa, final three. 2 girls and a guy. We haven't seen that since 13. Past 3 have been two guys and a girl. So 2 girls and a guy. Much as I want a girl to win, I mean, I love Steve, but I want a girl to win because we haven't seen it yet, and this is only my second season watching it live. So last season a guy won, why not have a girl win? So let's run down the competition win. So week 1, Steve was put on the block by James in week 1 with Jackie. He ends up winning veto. Then you go all the way to the double eviction in week 7, day 57. He ends up winning the HOH. I was very happy to see him win that. I mean, up until that point, it was so redundant in a way. I mean, Vanessa won 2 HOHs, Shelly won 2 HOHs, James won 2 HOHs in that 6-week span. But to see him win, that was definitely cool. And so yeah, he had a couple weeks where he didn't win anything. Oh wait a minute, he won the veto with Becky as HOH. So yeah, he's won 2. That's 2 vetoes for him. And an HOH. You go to week 11. No, not week 11. Yeah, week 11, the final 6. He ended up winning the final 6 HOH. So that's he ended up winning. Oh, so he won week 1 veto. He won week 2 battle of the block with Jason. He won the veto in week 7. And then won that recurring HOH. That's 4 competition wins. He won HOH in final 6 and final 4. So that's 6 competition wins total. That's a pretty good resume. I mean, he's been doing good. So 3 HOHs, 2 vetoes, and a blah blah block win. That's not too shabby in my book. Then moving on to Vanessa. I did a fantasy draft of Big Brother 17 on Reality Radio podcast. I drafted Vanessa with my very first pick, and she went to the final 3. So I made the correct first overall pick. She ended up winning HOH in week 3. Ended up keeping that with Austin being dethroned. She wins the following week's veto, which ended up putting Audrey on the block. She wins week 5 at HOH. Gets put on the block in week 7, which was, oh my goodness. And I mean, I like Vanessa. I think she's a very good player. Obviously, I see the inconsistencies of the game like everybody else does. Her inconsistencies of, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And her speech tonight, you didn't need to say, oh, you're going to turn on Steve a game-long alliance. That was a little bit too much. But, so yeah, she survived the block after Becky put her there in week 7. She wins the week 9 veto. Wins the final 5 HOH and the final 4 veto. So let's run down her competition. So she won HOH week 3, HOH week 5, veto week 4, HOH week 5. So I mean, three competition wins in 3 weeks. That's good. You know, I'm done running down the comps. But Vanessa obviously has a very good resume as far as for how she won comps. I mean, she can definitely use that in her final 3 plea. Whether it be good enough, I don't know. And then you got Liz. Started the game off as a twin. So, I mean, if she makes final 3, she's got a good possibility of winning. I mean, she's already got 2 votes locked up. So, Vanessa or Steve win final 3 HOH. They'd be dumb to keep Liz. You got to send Liz out. You got to send Liz out if Steve or Vanessa wins final 3 HOH. But Liz had probably the hardest road of a Big Brother house guest. I mean, this is the second time, as far as I know, that Big Brother's done a twin twist, and she's put on the block the final week where if she would have went home, Julie wouldn't have been able to enter the house. And for her to win that battle block with James not even trying was remarkable. I mean, it was absolutely amazing that she was able to pull that off and be able to get Julie in the house. And for most of the game, it was those two, Austin and Vanessa, hashtag Austin's Angels. I'm not really a big fan of that alliance name because I like James Angels better, but you got to give it her. She's had such a great game. She won a bunch of HOH. She won, I believe, 1 veto. She won that luxury this past week with Frankie Grande, and got to give it a shot. Who do I think is going to? I'm probably going to put this in a blog with my thoughts, post it before Sunday, of the combinations of who I think, if somebody wins, they send somebody home, what place they each get. But I think, bottom line, if one of those 2, Steve or Vanessa, wins, you got to take the other. If you take Liz in, yeah, you might still possibly win, but Liz has 2 votes locked up right now. She has Julia, her sister, and her boyfriend, Austin. So if I was Steve or Vanessa, and if I won final HOH, I'm taking the other. Would it be a risk for Steve to take Vanessa? Oh, I don't know. That would be tough because I think Steve, the great thing is I think the outcome is going to be either 6-3 or 5-4 in either direction. If it's Steve and Vanessa, I think it might be 5-4 Steve. Or 5-4 Vanessa, I don't know. That's a great thing. Last season, at this final 3, we all know who was going to win. We knew Derek was going to take the cake. He was going to take the $500,000. Cody or Victoria was going to take the $50,000. So, I mean, it's up for grabs. I mean, this is only my second season watching it live, and I'm glad that this season has been a good one. As far as for watching next season goes, I mean, I'll watch the majority of the early part of the season. But I don't know. It's an Olympic year next year, so it's going to be kind of tough to watch Big Brother 18 and Olympics at the same time. But we'll see what happens, at least for a whole month. But anyways, guys, that about wraps it up. Like I said, I got a show Friday with Jasmine from Are You the One Season 2. We're going to be previewing. I'm going to catch up with her as well as talk about what she hopes to expect on Are You the One Season 3. Until then, I'll see you guys later.